By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build a complete marketing dashboard in Notion from scratch, using databases, linked views, and charts. Notion is incredibly flexible for project management, but its real power for marketers comes from connecting your content calendar and campaign trackers into one central hub that updates automatically. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. Before you even think about laying out your dashboard, you need to create the underlying databases that will store all your information. Think of this as the foundation of your entire marketing operation. In Notion, a database is just a collection of pages with properties, like a spreadsheet with superpowers. Without these databases, your dashboard would just be a pretty but empty page. Start by creating a dedicated folder or subpage in your workspace. I like to call mine Database Hub, and I keep it hidden from my daily navigation so it doesn't clutter my sidebar, but it's always there when I need to add data. Inside this hub, you're going to set up two main trackers. First, a content calendar for all your blog posts, social media updates, and newsletters. For each entry, add a property for publish date, a select property for channel, so you can filter by Instagram, LinkedIn, email, or blog a status property to show whether something is in draft, in review, or published, and an assignee property to tag the responsible teammate. The status property is key because it lets you change your database view to a board layout later, grouping tasks by their stage in the workflow. Second, create a campaign tracker for larger initiatives like product launches or seasonal promotions. Include properties for budget, start date, end date, and a URL to brief. This URL property is a text field where you can paste a link to your campaign brief, strategy doc, or creative assets. A common pitfall here is forgetting to set the property types. Make sure you choose date for start and end, not text, so Notion can use them in timelines and filters later. Spend a few minutes entering a handful of sample entries into both databases so you have real data to work with when you build your dashboard. This practice data will make the next steps much more intuitive. Once your databases have some content, it's time to build the dashboard itself. Create a new blank page and name it exactly what you want to see in your sidebar. I recommend Marketing Dashboard so it's clear and searchable. Now, head to the top right corner and click the three-dot menu. You'll see options for small text and full width. Select both. Small text gives you more real estate on screen, and full width stretches your page edge to edge, which is critical for a dashboard because you don't want content crammed into a narrow column. This is a setting many beginners miss, and it makes a huge difference in the professional look of your dashboard. Next, add a touch of personality by clicking Add Icon and choosing an emoji or uploading a custom image. Then click Add Cover to pick a photo from Notion's stock library or upload your brand's header image. These visual elements signal to your team that this is a polished, intentional workspace, not just a random page. Now for a real power move, add a quick action button using the / command. Type button anywhere on the page. A dialog will appear where you can name the button, something like log an idea or new campaign task. Then set the action to create a new database entry and choose your content calendar or campaign tracker. You can pre-fill properties if you want, like a default status of to-do or a default channel. This button lets anyone on your team capture an idea or task with one click right from the dashboard without ever having to navigate to the underlying database. It keeps the workflow frictionless and encourages consistent data entry. With your dashboard structure in place, it's time to add analytics and charts for a visual snapshot of your performance. Notion's chart feature is relatively new and incredibly useful. Simply type chart anywhere on your dashboard. A pop-up will ask you to select a data source. Choose your content calendar or a separate analytics tracker. I recommend having a dedicated database just for performance numbers, like views, leads, or conversions linked to your campaigns. Next, pick your chart type. A bar chart works well for showing metrics like views over time, where the x-axis is your publish date and the y-axis is the number of views. A line chart is perfect for spotting trends, and a donut chart can show proportional breakdowns, like which channels generate the most leads. After selecting your chart type, you'll map the properties. For example, for a donut chart of leads generated by channel, set the label property to your channel field and the value property to a number field for leads. Here's an expert tip. If you don't see your desired metric appear, make sure the database property you want to chart is formatted as a number or formula, not text. You can also filter the chart to show only data from the last 30 days or this quarter by clicking the filter option in the chart configuration. This keeps your dashboard dynamic and always relevant. Place your chart beside a linked database view. For instance, put a chart of content published this month next to a board view of your content calendar filtered by current month. That way, you see both the big picture and the granular tasks in one glance. And there you have it. You've built a complete marketing dashboard in Notion, complete with a content calendar, a campaign tracker, a quick add button, and live analytics charts. This setup gives you a command center that updates in real time as your team logs work, so you're never relying on outdated spreadsheets or manual reports. A great next step is to use Notion's lock page feature in the top right menu to prevent accidental edits to your layout. You can also share this dashboard with your team by clicking the share button and setting permissions. If you found this tutorial useful, consider saving it to a watch later playlist so you can revisit these steps whenever you launch a new campaign. Thanks for watching and happy creating.